the commitment from the beginning was to be the kind of business that was going to transform this community. We wanted to build the kind of company that produced the kind of product that people would gather around, and that once those people gathered, that they generated impact on the town in which we're located. And that's happening now with the business community coming together, with the school district coming together, with the nonprofit community coming together, with athletics. Like, everything is coming together right now to make significant impact on something that we're all committed to. The Get Comfortable program wouldn't exist without UGA. We've got professors from the Terry College of Business. We've worked with the College of Ag, and we've sourced ingredients from U-Garden for limited release beers. Like, we've worked with the Office of Sustainability. Like, we've said for a long time, like, athletics was the last ones to the party. Like, we've been playing with UGA for a long time.
I think this partnership is groundbreaking because a lot of times partnerships within athletic department and a corporate entity is focused on just the revenue piece of it, what's good for each group. But this is now a partnership where it's giving back. Both entities focused on giving back in its local community, a community that's important to both of us.
It's a really unique opportunity, especially because of the kind of partner we have. You know, having a brewery involved in literacy doesn't necessarily, it's not the first thing that comes to mind when you think, what kind of businesses are you seeking to work on this initiative? But it serves, I think, a greater purpose than just being a funding partner. It's the greater purpose here is being seen doing it so that other businesses know it's possible to do it too.
I remember in the first year, we raised $1,500, and it was also the first full year of the business, and already they were looking for a way to give away money. And so we did Community Wednesdays where we would donate the profits from like Wednesday beer sales or whatever, and literally raised like $1,500 and gave it to 3 different nonprofits, and we're so happy to do so just because it felt like a step. But in that moment, it was like, this is step one, right? Like, this, we'll see what happens here. And then you start adding the money of some of these other businesses, and it's like, all right, cool, we're sitting on a significant amount of resource. What if we focused it at one problem and saw what change we could affect, right?
Books for Keeps is a local nonprofit that started right here in Athens, Georgia in 2009. We're dedicated to creating joyful experiences around literacy that can forever be associated with learning, and that is all in the mission to realize a world where literacy belongs to all people. Working with Creature Comforts and working with Get Comfortable started when they started wondering what else can they be doing to make a more lasting impact in their home community. Our program targets primarily 2nd and 3rd grade, and this following year we'll be looking at what else we can do, and we define that as working with 1st graders as well. In 3rd grade, the objective for those students shifts a little bit. Their curriculum begins to expect that they know how to read. It begins asking them to read materials in order to learn more, rather than just learning how to read. And if a student is already behind going into 3rd grade, it only compounds further and further.
When students fall behind in reading in 2nd and 3rd grade, there's both an academic consequence that they're not able to read to learn in other subject areas, but there's also a psychological, emotional consequence. Students know that they can't read, they know that they're not interacting with academic content or with the rest of the world the way their peers are, and they are likely to disengage from school, they're likely to become dropouts, they are likely to have high levels of absenteeism. So it's really crucial that we help children get on track and stay on track from an early age so they can benefit as much as possible from their schooling. The fact that Creature Comforts has taken this approach of really investing over the long haul in a single thing, that they did all this research to figure out where they could have the greatest impact, is such an advantage to our community. They're pulling so many partners in, and the power that athletics has put behind this is incredible.
I believe in one campus, one community. We're tied in together. So I'm so proud of the work that Creature Comforts is doing, and I'm proud that we are associated with them to make a positive impact.
We wanted it to be something that we could measurably impact. We wanted to be able to say, we took something from X and we got it to Y. And if we could do that and do it in a way that could then be replicated in other places, then you could have a multiplication effect. Because the whole goal of what we're trying to do with the literacy program is make it as turnkey as possible. What we hope is that we're piloting something that will have the ability to impact not just our city and our region, but our state and maybe even beyond.